You love beer. You drink beer. And now, thanks to the wonder of science, you can finally live beer. Just in time for National Beer Day, we're proud to introduce the Beer Life Collection. Because why stop at just drinking beer when you could be brushing, washing, and moisturizing with it too? You'll start your day with a deliciously sticky dollop of beer shampoo. It's the only 99% by volume cleanser that lets your hair smell like an exciting bar fight. Next, prepare to greet the world with an extra foamy smile thanks to our beer-flavored toothpaste. Because nothing says minty fresh like an IPA breath cloud that smells like you licked the floor of a frat house. For the finishing touch, try our beer-scented deodorant. It's for those times when you want to smell like you've been day drinking since noon without actually getting fired. And finally, fall asleep with hoppy dreams. It's our beer-infused pillow balm. Perfect for passing out and waking up already smelling like the bad decisions you haven't even made yet. These products and more are waiting for you, only in the Beer Life Collection, helping you smell like last call all day long. The Beer Life Collection is not responsible for over-intoxication from using all products at once.
You're listening to the radio.
Couldn't you listen to the radio more?
I was listening to the radio on my way here, and I heard something very interesting.
Like listening to radio waves from space?
We're listening to the hiss between two radio stations.
Stop listening to his radio.
Ow, ow, oh, what'd I miss? Did the show already start?
Starting right now.
Fun time is over. It's Monday morning. Get your ass to work. You do what you want. It's your day. It's your Monday. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, friends, loved ones, special people, stalkers, random folks that just happen to roll in. Cheers to you. Happy morning. Good morning, gentle weirdos. It feels like it should be a gentle walk into today. We had a kind of a tumultuous week here in the Heartland, right? We had tornadoes, we had floods, we had animals pair by pair going on the boats. It was madness. I made sure to put my rain gauge out Friday afternoon. And from Friday afternoon 2-ish through Sunday afternoon, about the same time in that 48-hour window, 7 inches of rain at my house. Just from Friday afternoon, and that's not counting the rain we got earlier in the week, right? So we got flood warnings and stuff. But that's all Stone Richard shit. I'm no meteorologist. Dennis is back. Good. I'm glad you found an alternative method to join us this morning. Back on the cat. We've gone back to from Gargamel to, I can't remember what the cat is. I can't see it good enough on my little icon, but welcome back, Dennis. It just wouldn't be the same without you. Who would be here to balance Fred? You know, the Dennis Fred balance. But good morning. I hope you had a great weekend. It went quick. We had tournament time up in St. Louis, in Chesterfield, actually, at their blue sportsplex. I call it the Ice Cube. But we had a good weekend. My daughter and her team came out on top on the gold division, so top of the top. Creme de la creme, if you will. They only lost one set all weekend, and it went 26-24, which is really good. So they kicked ass. Good job. Proud of them. Proud of my daughter. I put embarrassing photos of her on Facebook, and I didn't get too much shit because winners have good spirits. And we went to the outlet malls. There's a Nike outlet mall. I'm wearing some new SBs because, you know, me and my shoes, I got to have some shoes. But they were on clearance. And it was like 40% off of that. So they're SBs, and they're nice. They're skate shoes. You want to see them? No. They're green. I can't pull them up on the green screen. I was going to show them to you. It won't allow me to. Why is that up here right now? That's for today. That's for later. Jesus. Good morning, Gregory. How did Cannon Cuts go Friday night? Hitting it, splitting it, throwing it down. I wish I would slow down. I thought about it. But then I realized if I slow down, I'm just something is breaking or something's not getting done. So why bother? Cloudy and rainy up there, yeah. You guys got the blow in from our leftovers. It is National Beer Day today. You can celebrate that with the beer. Pretty simple. Or thinking about beer. Or go smell something. Go smell some hops. Get some hops, yo. Smoke some hops. But it is National Beer Day. It is also National Coffee Cake Day. You know, I mentioned I'm not a cake guy, but coffee cake's not really a cake. That's more of a flatbread to me. Coffee cake's so good. You had to run some errands, so you missed the Keith Meister. Keith Diggity. Keith cuts like a knife, but it feels all right. It's also No Housework Day today. Stop folding that fucking shirt. Stop. Today's not the day. It's No Housework Day. So declares the calendar. I'm sorry. It's not my choice. It's just the way of the world. No Housework Day. Don't do it. Let's get this TIQ up. Where's my screen? Here we go. Your TIQ, first for the Restream crew, any YouTubers and Twitch watchers. You guys out there in the ether. I have someone, Jason Ryan, that's been tuning in on the YouTube side, which is interesting because I didn't really put much on my YouTube other than for me. But he's been popping in over there. So there you go. Maybe we'll start getting some people on Twitch, just a whole random new batch of people. And then you guys can exclusively make fun of them on Facebook because they won't be able to see it. Just kidding. Restream will dump all your comments in there. So you guys can talk to the YouTube people. You just can't see. That's the crappy thing about Facebook is you can't see what they're saying over here. Froze up. How about now? Can you see me now? Is it moving? Uh-oh. I don't like that if it froze up. The stream keeps freezing. Really? I'm not seeing anything over here. Let me look at my Restream real quick. Okay. Oh, maybe it was when I wasn't paying attention that it was being glitchy. Is it good now, though? Are you good? Are you special? Is it going to show me? Okay, it's not showing me real-time analytics, so I can't really tell. Doesn't matter. If we're good, it works, and then it does that, Trevor? Is that it? TIQ, 29% of people eat this for breakfast or have this for breakfast. 29%. That's a pretty big stretch of folks. So guess away. Let me get the scrolly in here. All right, 29% of people have this for breakfast. Pieces of shit like you. I'm just going to say that guess because that was my funny guess, and I wanted to put it out before anybody else did. Toast and coffee. No, neither is correct. Good guesses. I'm having coffee. No toast this morning, but it is National Coffee Cake Day, so maybe you can have some coffee cake today. You know who makes a good-ass coffee cake? Heckley's Bakery in Perryville, Missouri. Excited to open your inbox of a week's worth of emails. Yes, hooray! No sarcasm there, right? Your time to shine, Dennis. That's right, Dennis. Guess away on your breakfast goodies. Oatmeal. Nope. All right, let's dig in on some birthdays. We've got some folks to wish some happy birthdays to on the social medias. On the Facebook birthday list today, we have Jess Gerard. Happy birthday, Jess. High five through the camera. Through the camera high fives. Hey, thanks for the roses. Nobody's giving me roses. I just feel like I need to say that every once in a while when I'm streaming outside of Facebook. Chaz Wilson. Chaz, happy birthday. Chaz will help you get fit. Wavis Jordan's birthday today. Happy birthday. Eggs and bakey. Nakey. Nope. Pizza. No. Good guess. I sense sarcasm with a kiss of rage. Just a little twist of rage and vermouth. Today would have been Jim Sapansky's birthday, and that was our friend here at River Radio that we lost several weeks ago. So we remember Jim today on his birthday. Miss that guy. Really do. It is Gary Roberts' birthday. Gary Robert, rocking out. Happy birthday. Cereal, a smoothie. Nope. Good guesses. 29% of people, a third of the people, have this for breakfast. Not oatmeal, not eggs and bacon, not pizza, not a smoothie, not cereal, not whatever the hell else you guys have guessed so far. Toast, coffee. Nope. Coffee, I bet, is at least 50%. What do you think? Majority of people have coffee with breakfast? I kind of have coffee as breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. A V8, keep your morning straight. They must hate the gays. Remember when V8 did the commercials where people were walking at a diagonal angle and it was like, what's up with that dude? And people were like, that needs a V8. Didn't have his V8. It's a good place for a stick up. Nothing. Coffee, grapefruit, or some fruit. Nope. Matt Lawler. Happy birthday, Matt. Hope you have a great birthday. Beth Kennedy. Beth and I went to college together. Beth had the most beautiful brown eyes. You just melt your soul. Just, like the ones that they sing songs about in the 50s. That was Beth. Beth is a survivor and an educator and an awesome human being, and I wish you the best birthday, Beth. Happy birthday. It is Keith Henty's birthday. Keith with Missouri Main Street. Keith, happy birthday. He's awesome. I love Keith. In a platonic way. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to steal Keith away. Okay. Will Reimer's birthday today. Will Reimer, we mentioned his beautiful wife last week because it was her birthday. And this week it's his birthday. And we still miss your bar. A cereal bar or granola bar? No, good guesses. Will Reimer, happy birthday. Laura Hart, happy birthday, Laura. And Butch Owens, Butch is fat, was the song 25, 30 years ago. Protein shake. Leftovers. Good morning, Jeannie. No, good guess, though. But good morning. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. So happy birthday to Butch Owens. Big O, Butchie Butch, remix. Comedian Bill Bellamy turns the big 6-0 today. Bill Bellamy is 60. Nothing. Skipping breakfast. No, that's not it either. But good guess. Russell Crowe turns 61. Still devilishly handsome. Just ask Mary Penzel. Happy birthday, Russell Crowe. Happy birthday to Buster Douglas. He's 65 today. He's ready to knock out some fisticuffs. Let's get it. Jackie Chan, 71. Jackie Chan is 71. I thought Jackie Chan was at least 10 years younger than that. Maybe it's just me. Taking your guesses on the TIQ, the winner gets stare directly into the sun without fear of hurting their eyes. And the cowbell. Jackie Chan, 71. John Oates is 77. And director Francis Ford Coppola turns 86 today. Happy birthday, sir. Thanks for the movies. It's like the most superficial birthday wish I could give Francis Ford Coppola. Like, thanks for the movies. It's like, I don't know. Arnold, thanks for the accent. Now we get our Victorian era Midwestern history moments up here. Grits. God, I love grits. I miss grits. Can I have grits on a diet? I don't think so. Grits are just the parts that fall off, and then you just boil them bitches up. But grits are good. I like my grits with sugar and butter and a sploosh of milk. He's like Sam Elliott. Yeah, that's fair. Or Paul Rudd. Or, the ageless types. Or like George Clooney. Is George Clooney 45 or 75? Nobody knows. It depends on the amount of gray they've allowed to be brushed in or out. But grits is a good guess. Dennis, what is the TIQ? Oh, what the hell? Oh, I didn't resize it. Sorry, guys. I'm glad you caught that. This is the annoyance with OBS, is when you resize a sentence, instead of it keeping the text box the right size, it just resets the text box. And it's going so fast. Here you go. Ready for this? Here you go, Dennis. Read it. Read it, Dennis. Stop bitching, Dennis. I got to fix this now. This is really annoying me a lot. Okay. No, you son of a bitch. TIQ coming soon to a neighborhood near you. What the shit? Why is it going so fast? Why did this change? You know what? I'm going to blame the internet. Horizontal speed. How about not 400,000 miles an hour? Oh my God, I see what happened. It's I can't get it to cooperate. I'm just going to post it in here again. Fuck it. Sorry, Dennis. This is terrible. That box is just done. We're just going to put the death scroll back up. To hell with that. Because at least this one is not spazzy. That thing took off. 1 million plastic ducks. That was just insane. The head is being kept cryogenically frozen so that we can bring it out next year to celebrate her 300th birthday, if you must know. Okay, 29% of people have had this for breakfast. It's not a million plastic ducks, and it's not a McMuffin. You have Mickey in your basement. Dude, after the freaking thirst trappy ass pictures she's been posting on that tour, her and Ivan looking all smoke showy, I'm surprised you don't have both of them in your basement and you're not directing fetish videos. Okay, anyway, good morning, Lorraine. I hope you're doing well this morning. Happy Monday. 1 million plastic ducks. I mean, I can get on Temu and come up with a fair portion of plastic ducks to satisfy a ransom need. The trick is are they going to go through the roof now with the tariffs? That's today's TIQ from Trevor. That's the Trevor IQ. The TSIQ, the PsyQ. The T is silent. It's freezing up now and again. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm in. Restream is saying everything's okay and not dropping frames. But if you guys are seeing that, it could be the flooding. You know, Roadrunner for breakfast. Okay, catching up. Now Fred's going to get me in trouble because I was talking about Mickey's thirst trap pictures. They're not thirst trap pictures. She's just awesome. And then she takes good pictures. Oh, Trevor, that's going to get it because the answer is soda or pop or Coke, whatever your area calls it by nature, soda. So whether it's a 64-ounce styrofoam with the fat straw or a little bitty cup, Trevor gets to stare into the sun with perfection without hurting his eyes. You may all look too. The sun is yellow and it looks like a glowing orb. This is not happening the way I would hope it would. Fetish videos? That's Tuesdays. Okay. Congrats to Trevor. That's 4 bounces for you. And a hearty ring of the cowbell. Is the cowbell still red at least in the camera? Okay. Gee whiz. Oh, here, let's mark it for St. Jude there. By the way, do you like my new Nike shirt? Guess what? Nike makes sports shirts and clothing, right? They also make it for like the esports kids and the band geeks. And this is a Nike Band Geek shirt. It says Soul Precision. Harmonic Game. It's a musician's game shirt, yo. How about that? Just do that shit, Nike. Thank you. I like the shirt. And we went to the outlet, so the shirt was only $12. All right. Thank you, Trevor. I will not. The TIQ's been solved. We're fucking over it. OBS. Let's go. 1827. Dated this chick for a while. John Walker. He was a chemist in England. He invented wooden matches on this date. Isn't that cool? He's like, I made it. Shit, this worked. Can you imagine how cool that would be to be the guy that invented wooden matches? And you're like, I'm freaking going to go rich. I'm going to get so rich. People can't wait for these things. Are you kidding me? Wooden matches, 1827. Then he burned his house down. And then next year he invented safety matches. Just kidding. You do have some shit weather there, Gregory? Yes, I would imagine, because I think it's kind of, that storm system is moving up into your area. Look at this. This list is scrolling sideways on this shit. God bless. I don't know what the TIQ, that bad boy was sipping on some scissorp for shizzurp. I'm going to fix this, though, because it bothers me. This is something that I usually do all this the night before, as far as getting the TIQ put in here and straightening out the bars and everything. And I didn't, because I was fucking tired, and I got done at like 10 o'clock last night. We didn't get home till like 8:30. I got the show prep done, and I went to bed. I wanted to snuggle with my wife, and I commenced snuggling, and it was nice. 1827, John Walker makes wooden matches. It was not until 113 years later, 1940, before Booker T. Washington became the first American to appear on a postage stamp. Booker T., not the wrestler. The door's in the basement locked from the outside. Fred's at the top of the stairs. It puts the lotion. No. I think Fred would be a great host. Even if you're being held against your will, I still feel like he's going to make sure you've got blankies, socks, keep your feet cozy, some sort of entertainment, whether it be Uno or maybe a VHS. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being kidnapped by Fred. 1963, Jack Nicklaus won his first Masters title. He was 23 years old. Good for him. 1990, Motley Crue's Tommy Lee was injured when his dumbass fell 20 feet from a lighting rig. Rock and roll. That's it. Rock and roll. Let's see, 97, and Amsterdam University began offering a course called Madonna 101. Madonna 101. Learn all you needed to know about the material girl. And that was in 97. I imagine that class has evolved a little bit. Blankets and cats. And snacks. And snacks. Oh, yes, I bet so. Maybe a little, maybe some puppy chow. Oh, get the little sweet tooth. The next year after Amsterdam started its Madonna class, George Michael was arrested in a Beverly Hills public restroom for engaging in a lewd act. I don't know what that could have been, but that's your today stuff. Let's get Stone Richards in here. We want to carry on with the show before the whole damn digital apocalypse happens and things just crash, because you guys, you're getting some stream bumps here, and I don't know why, and I wish I did. I haven't been watching the stream chat. Oh, I'm so bad. I hope if Jason's here in YouTube land, I apologize for not paying attention better. But only to like a virgin, not actually a virgin, just like a virgin. Ooh. I feel like that was the first time. No, that's a Foreigner song. Jay North. Stone Richards, ladies and gentlemen. Stone, I saw pictures of you out over the weekend helping with storm recovery efforts. And I just want to say you really do go above and beyond. So that was nice. He was picking up limbs and, just helping clear brush and stuff. It's a good guy. Not nudging you towards him, ladies, but Stone Richards. I don't honestly know. We don't talk, like, outside of work relationship stuff. We don't talk about that. We maintain that decorum in the workplace. Excuse me. Are you serious, though, Bethy? Your basement locks from the outside? I mean, that if it's a deadbolt, that's not very effective. If it's a key, I guess, but you should have a way to open that from the inside. That's terrible. That's scary. Stone Richards, weather forecast, brought to you by Trevor Sumner and The Cup of Glory, in theaters this fall. It's cold. I'm in a t-shirt, but I have a jacket. because this morning it was like 31 degrees. When I came out, I had frost on the windshield here on this April the 7th. 36 degrees right now in downtown Cape. And get this, we're under a flood warning, obviously, because we had 7 inches of rain at my house. Flood watch everywhere. Flood warning everywhere. Shit's flooding. Don't do dumb shit. Don't drive into low water. Duh. That said, we'll have a freeze warning in effect tonight. Goes into effect at midnight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. Expect freeziness tonight. It's going to be, I'm doing the same thing, talking over my own weather.
They'll bring our next chance of showers coming to the heartland. Stick around. Plenty of rock to come. It's Real Rock 99.3 with Iceburg in the Morning.
There you go. Anyway, so pretty decent week as far as sunshine goes. Wednesday night into Thursday, we got a chance of showers coming in. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday. I don't give a shit about that today. It's going to be cold tonight, 30 degrees, and get up in the morning. I'm going to be cold in the morning. So just keep that in mind if you've put any plants out. Talking with my dad yesterday, my grandma always made it a point to not plant anything until after Easter. When the Lord is risen, then you can put them seeds in the ground. That's about it. And so I don't garden anything until after Easter. And for good reason, because here we are a couple weeks out and the damn freezy warnings. So there you go. But 36 degrees right now. And today we're going to top out at like 61. Tomorrow we're only topping out at 54. Good day for the heated vest. 66 on Wednesday. And like I said, partly sunny skies. We'll see some rain moving into the heartland Wednesday night into Thursday. But nothing terrible right now. We'll keep you apprised of that as we get to Wednesday. Stone, I know you're just pooped, right? Yeah. I'll see you this afternoon, okay? Bye, buddy. We have a board meeting for the National Homemade Weather Service. That's later today, so more to come. Brekkie bits. I had to catch up. Never look in the stall crack. Oh, my God. Trevor. Yeah. You can look out the stall crack when you're trying to figure out, who that is. You get a lucky star. Yeah, Mickey, she bought her house from like a serial killer. It was, wow, this house, I can't believe it's such a steal. I know. There's a few stains in the basement. That's delicious. Where's my, whoa. Okay, my green screen was all over the place. Jay North, whom I mentioned before the weather because I wasn't paying attention. He was a child star that way back in the day played Dennis the Menace as a kid. In the early 60s, right, when the live-action Dennis the Menace, and it was pretty funny. He played that guy. He has passed away at 73 from cancer. So R.I.P. Dennis the Menace. Mr. Wilson's finally catching some peace. If you're a TikToker, you enjoy the TikToky on your phone. You may not have known it, but Friday was another deadline for the ban, right? Where TikTok would be going away. You wouldn't be able to get your birria bombs anymore, Darren. President Donald Trump announced on Friday an executive order extending TikTok's sale/ban deadline for another 75 days. So, like and subscribe. I still can't restream again to TikTok. I can go live on my phone. So I've just resolved to, when I do lives on TikTok, will just be, I feel like going live now. I'm not going to do scheduled things on TikTok. The previous owners were Corey Lynn and her hubby. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty sus. That's pretty scary. Eminem, to make you feel older, the rapper, you know, he's now Grandpa Eminem. Aww. They call him Opa Eminem. Haley Jade welcomed her baby with husband Evan McClintock, naming him Elliot Marshall McClintock. Congratulations. Hope the baby's healthy. Mama's doing good. R.I.P. fellow Dennis person. Yes, Dennis the Menace. Not our Dennis. You're no menace. You're a furnace. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to rhyme with Dennis. Kind of out of luck. Yeah, you know what I am in luck for? And ladies, let me tell you right now, get those orders in. Dolly Parton has teamed up with Khloe Kardashian and the Good American Denim brand to create a limited edition collection of denim called Dolly's Jolene's. No, that's right. Jolene's, like jeans, but Jolene's, because Dolly. Here's the quote. Dolly said it will make any butt look good. Rhinestones and denim. You're goddamn right we're going honky-tonkin'. Get out there and find them. Okay? Cowgirl butts drive me nuts, and Dolly's Jolene's are going to do the damn job with perfection. Ping! He's a rhinestone cowboy. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Dolly Parton. Khloe Kardashian. Country style badonkadonks. They're saying that if these Trump tariffs stick, you could soon see a $2,300 iPhone. As if an $1,100 iPhone wasn't ridiculous enough for however much they cost. Take good care of your phones. You're going to need it for a while. Pro tip. Kelly Clarkson, I've mentioned, one of my personal heroes as far as, you know, being a good human and being out in the media. She says she's enjoying her daytime TV success, but we hear that she wants out. She wants to leave New York, spend more time with her kids. I can feel that, right? New York's a busy place. Keeps you very busy. When your kids are older, maybe you can, step back up. A little post childhood. I'm announcing my formal bid for takeover of your show, Kelly Clarkson. We don't have to worry about makeup. I'll trim my beard like every 3 episodes or so, just a little bit. A little in the neck. But no, we'll just do this. We'll have some guests. We'll talk of things. We'll sing some songs. We'll give away some prizes. Daytime people will eat the shit out of it. It'll be awesome. We don't even need a live audience. That's kind of a waste of time. Nobody really wants to see me in person. So we can save all that money and just do this. In lieu of Kelly Clarkson today, it's Darren coming live to you from who knows where. You may be in a bathroom at a truck stop. Take my little portable green screen and my laptop. Let's go. A church in England is trying a new way to attract new members. It has renamed itself Wrestling Church. Nothing beyond that, just Wrestling Church. A giant ring has been set up as pro wrestlers act out scripted battles that teach moral lessons. I mean, you got to reach your core audience, I guess. Somebody's got to get to them pro wrestler kids and spread the word of God. It's one way to do it. Wrestling Church. I mean, if you think back to like the 80s, 90s, them power lifter dudes that come out and blow up the hot water bottles and tear phone books in half and shit. Worked for them. They brought some people to God. I think there was some dark side to that too. I'm not going to get down that road, but Wrestling Church. Body slammed for the Lord. He puts him in the Savior suplex. Like, there's a lot of room for that before God would start going, okay, okay. Oh, yeah, Trevor. It's come full circle. Come full circle to the glory hole. The Victus Sports Company of Prussia, of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, that's a town. So cheesy. It's a busy place these days because that's the company that makes the new torpedo bats. That's all the rage. Everybody's talking about them, right? A tapered tip of the barrel, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention to it, to be honest. That's what I'm saying, right? Captain Insano shows no mercy, but the Lord does. Midget Wrestling Church. Yes, yes, yes. All of that. There's so many. I have to flesh that out. I have to compartmentalize all of the Wrestling Church things and just put them back there. We can do a whole show. By the way, soccer fans, in 2031, the U.S. has been selected to hold the Women's World Cup, the FIFA Women's World Cup. 2031, it'll be in Sikeston. Russell Brand, you know that weird-ass dude with all the hair that had a movie? And I think he was married to Katy Perry for a while. He's kind of just dirty-looking guy, like that old Jesse guy that was a fake on MTV. Anyway, Russell Brand has been charged with rape. What else? Indecent assault and sexual assault between 1999 and 2005. Oh, baby. 4 different women have come forward so far. He's denying it. Big surprise. Right, Fred? You know that's in there. And you know that there's some, like, when Samson fought the Philistines, that's a cage match. Again, compartmentalize. Last one here. Over in the UK, a little pre-warm and fuzzy. Josie Church and Ann Wallace Hadrill have been neighbors living next door to each other since the 1980s. But last week, Josie and Ann celebrated their 101st birthdays together as neighbors on the same day. Yeah, they had the same birthday. They've been neighbors for 40 years. They celebrated 101. I don't know why we didn't bring that up last year when they celebrated 100. Maybe they weren't together. Maybe Josie was having a rough way to go. I don't know, but that's what's popping in your brekkie bits. You know, we mentioned it's going to be cold the next several days here. We've got some temperate, colder air upon us. But that doesn't mean we can't think about ice cream. Ice cream's delicious. I love ice cream. I don't eat ice cream very much anymore. But if you appreciate ice cream, I've got some ice cream hacks that as we get into the spring and summer seasons, we start licking a little bit more on ice cream. These are some good tips. Ice cream tips. Just the tips. The Undertaker versus Jesus. He's down. Oh, he's back up again after a 3 count. He's the only wrestler that can get up after a 3 count. Only one treat can satisfy our sweet tooth. It is the delicious ice cream. Sometimes it's not great straight out of the tub, right? There's some clever tricks, though. Okay? Here you go. Number 1, to make scooping a breeze. You know when you get good ice cream, like Bluebell, and it's good hard pack, and it's in the container, and you're like, damn, have you ever broken an ice cream scoop trying to scoop the freaking ice cream? I have literally snapped an ice cream scoop in half. It was like one of them old school, antique cast iron looking motherfuckers with this one piece, one solid damn piece of metal. You should be able to just get up in there. No, snapped it off right there. Shit, now what? Well, if you find yourself frustrated by the same force needed to get your ice cream out, the experts at Cooks Illustrated said it is perfectly safe to pop the ice cream carton in your microwave 50% power for 50-second increments until it's softened enough to easily slide your scoop or your spoon through. Yeah, you can microwave your ice cream in 50-second increments at half power to soften it up because microwaves intrinsically start in the center. They heat from the center out. That's why microwaves make your chicken rubbery. But it will work for ice cream. Damn, man. I'm telling you, this Sleep Token album that's dropping next month is going to be so good. God, can't wait. Hey, thanks, Dave. You're not so bad yourself. You know, when you get out there and you work for a living like you do, you tend to stay in better shape. Bluebell makes soft ice cream. Well, okay, that was a bad example. But you know what I mean, the real hard pack shit. So there you go. My tip, when I get a hard pack ice cream, I would never microwave ice cream. I don't trust that personally. You can try it. Let me know what you think. I don't trust my microwave more than anything else. But what I do is I just run the scoop under hot water and then scoop. You know, run it on hot water to temperately change the scoop to a warm temperature so it goes. And you can get a good 2 scoops out before you'll need to run it again, right? He's been crushed. Oh my God. We should just do an entire show about the Holy Wrestling Church. You know, and I don't know if you've ever heard the skit. It's probably 20 years old. But it was one of the guys that came on Bob and Tom, and I can't remember the comedian's name, but he had this whole skit played out of when the Holy Trinity, when Jesus had a baseball team. And it's hilarious. It's an older skit, but it's pretty funny. I'll have to find that. And I need to find some of that old Bob Tom shit and play that in the morning for you guys. There's a mental note. Hang on. We're going to take that from mental note to actual note. Shit, where'd that go? Get off. Mental note to actual note. You don't need a scoop. We don't need no stinking scoop. Humph. Okay, mental note. Old Bob and Tom for mornings. Because I have a bucket of, for you digital kids that are in your 30s. 25 years ago when we were working in offices in places like Rapco and you had email and you had computers with Pentium 2 processors. We used to email videos and memes and dumb shit, and we'd create them in our office computers, and that's where some of the best early works of the internet stupidities come from. And a lot of those would be like MP3s of Bob and Tom songs and things like that we'd have recorded and stuff like that, and like pass those around. I have some internet gems. I don't throw shit away. Digital archives? Oh, yeah. Way back. So I had to dig up digital archives. Start sharing some of those with you. Bringing it back for the world. Maybe that's what I'll do with my TikTok, is I'll just start posting up some old-ass 30-year-old internet email things. Thank you, Rick. It's good to see you, my man. I hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. We're talking about ice cream hacks. So number one, we talked about scooping. Number two, if you like cones? If you're a cone person, I'm not. I'm a cup person. I don't like drippy sloppies. Not my thing. I don't like sticky fingers. Maybe I'm on the spectrum for that. I don't know. I don't like them. But cones are tasty and cones are fun in summertime, especially with your kids. But they get drippy, right? And then you got to suck the ice cream out the hole. Here's a hack. Mini marshmallows. Before you get the ice cream scooped in the cone, say, hey. And then when she turns around and says, yes, put a mini marshmallow in that cone before you put the ice cream in. It's a stopper. It'll plug that hole right up and keep it from drippy dropping all down in your hand. It is not scientifically perfect, but it'll do a good job. So put a mini marshmallow in the bottom of your ice cream cone, so when it starts melty, it keeps it from seeping through the bottom. Aha! And then and the whole time you're eating that ice cream, you're like, and when I'm all done, I got a mini marshmallow treat waiting for me. And freezer burn. For those of us like Gregory that just forego the scoop and go straight to the carton, and you eat some of it out, and you stick it in the freezer. Next time you go, you get it, and there's freaking crystals all over it. First off, your freezer's probably crappy, and you need to have less humidity in there. Stop opening your freezer so much. Number two, it's called freezer burn, and it can wreck the top layer of your ice cream just like it would meat or anything else in your freezer. So if you want to avoid this problem, scoop your ice cream and then store your ice cream upside down. The moisture will not settle on your ice cream and crystallize. The moisture from the air inside your container will settle on the lid and crystallize. And your ice cream will be dandy. So there you go. Ice cream hacks at 8:13 in the morning. It's a real show. What's next? We're going to talk about why we fight. This one's hot on the list. Yes, the ding fights are done. So good. Winemaking lady. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah. And there's some MP3s that we passed around. Like skit funny ones, and then like Pimp Daddy Welfare and Wesley Willis, who's passed away. But like Pimp Daddy Welfare recorded, it's just people who had a microphone and a skillet, and he was just banging on a skillet and singing about the Waffle House. And it really shouldn't play that one. This is pretty bad. This was me in 2000. Ch-ka-ching. Here are the facts on couples and their disagreements from a onepoll.com survey of 5,000 people. 5,000 of you answered. Here's the summation of the results. The top 4 facts on couples and their disagreements. I'm sure there were more. I'm saying, Drew, take those ice cream ideas to heart or to stomach. Couples have 182 arguments per year on average, and each dispute lasts an average of 25 minutes. That's a total of 3 solid days. 1% of your year is spent arguing. I don't know if Carrie and I have that much arguments. But, sometimes it's healthy. You get things out if you're not expressing them otherwise. But keep it civil, right? But 182 arguments a year. What do you think? Those of you in a relationship. Number 2, the top reasons for arguments are chores, not listening, and lack of sex. You don't do shit around this house? You didn't even hear what I just said, did you? And here I am. Wanking. So that's the top reason for arguments. Chores, not listening, and lack of sex. We'll listen better and do naughty things together. Number 3 on the list says 66% of people, 2/3 of people, say that regular arguments help to clear the air. You hope ideally you have emotional conversations that aren't arguments, but sometimes shit is you sacrificing control to maintain things, and then it comes to a head, and pow! But sometimes that needed to come out. So 2/3 of people agree arguments on the reg are good to help clear the air. And our last tip on the facts of fighting: during their first year together, couples are most likely to jump into bed to get over a fight, whereas years down the line, a quick apology will do the trick. So maybe that's why younger couples fight more, because they know they're going to get laid if they get in an argument. Oh, you didn't do the dishes. Let's go. I don't know. Yeah, we don't either, Drew. Yeah. You get through a practice. Trevor says maybe things were funnier years ago. I'm a snake, a slithery snake. Yeah, and honey bad, and like the animals, the voiceovers on the animals, those were hilarious. Daytime, nighttime, daytime. We're getting into it. God damn it. We should just do a show dedicated to it. I think that's what I'll do with the TikTok. We'll just start throwing the old schools out. I can't claim any rights to them, but at this point, if they've been on the internet for 20 years, it's probably as good as public domain, right? All right. There's your tips. Just some facts about fighting. And I hope that you are able to maintain civil discourse when you have these conversations with your spouse. Look at this. What the hell is that, Darren? I can't even tell what that is. Those are bed bugs, and they're nasty, disgusting, bitey, gross-ass bugs. Boo! Today's top 10 list. Oh, it's so good. Top 10 insects that live on or inside the human body. No, she has to figure that out for herself. She knows. And I tell you, sir, whenever I woke up, she was smiling, so I knew she had figured it out. I had a terrible headache. I'm not a fan of insects on my body. I'm not scared of bugs. I hate mosquitoes because I don't like having an itchy bump. I hate creepy crawly bitey ticks, things like that. Hate those bugs. Nuke them. Nuke them till they glow and then shoot them in the fucking dark. That's what I want you to do with those bugs. We're going to talk about them. The creepy crawlies, the dirty house critters. Head lice. Number 1 on the list for our top 10 insects that live in or on human bodies. Head lice. Tiny parasitic insects that feed on your blood from your scalp. They're sucking blood out of your head. How are they spread? Through love. Through close contact, right? Kids, hey, stole your hat. We all know. We all got checked for head lice when we were kids. We all watched Billy Madison shake the Parmesan. Okay? Head lice. You got so mad at bed bugs that you burned a mattress? Yeah. Bro, I'd going out fire starter style. Head lice, fortunately, do not carry diseases, but they do cause obvious itching and intense itching as they bite away on your damn head. So go get some of that Rid-X or whatever it is you got to put on it. What's it called? I can't remember the name of it. I think it was Rid X. Maybe not. Maybe that's Rat Killer. Either don't put Red X on your head if it's Rat Killer. So number 1 was head lice. They stay specifically up here. How about body lice? Yep, that's a thing. Unlike head lice, they're like the bed bugs of the mobile universe. They live in the seams of your clothes, and then they crawl onto your skin to feed. They are typically linked to poor hygiene, okay, as body lice. And a lot of the critters like this are. Obviously, if you're able to bathe on the reg and take good care of yourself, you can avoid these things. But body lice can transmit diseases like typhus. Oh, shit, I got typhus. Well, you should have washed your ass. Body lice can transmit typhus, so that's a consideration. Yeah, Trevor, that's a thing, especially as we talk about bed bugs. And we'll get into that. I have never had the bed bug issue either, Drew, and knock on wood, knock on formica, whatever the fuck. Here's some wood. Yeah, never ran into it. And oddly enough, Layla's volleyball team a year ago, before she was on the team last season, they had a bed bug experience. One of the girls did in a shitty Holiday Inn somewhere. Oh, and she got tore up. I mean, just chewed up. Fucking bed bugs. So, head lice, body lice, pubic lice. We got to talk about them. They're one of the top 10 insects that live on or inside your body. Commonly known as crabs, these squat crab-like lice nest in coarse hair like your ball fro. Sometimes they'll nest in a beard. No, or your eyelashes. My eyelashes aren't bushy enough for pubic lice. But they spread through close personal contact of the sexual nature, typically. So, itchy scritchy, no thanks. That's disgusting. Wash your shit. Number 4, scabies mites. Ooh, now here's one we don't typically hear about. Scabies mites are technically arachnids, but they're still worth a spot, right? Number 4 on the list. They burrow into the skin and lay eggs, causing a rash and severe itching. That's right. They dig their way in and lay eggs in your skin. They are highly contagious through skin contact. So if somebody's got scabies mites, you better bag them up. You better get your Missy Elliott trash bag suit on and get out of my house, scabies mites boy. Bot flies. Now, a bot fly, these are flies that will lay eggs on mosquitoes and insects like that. Okay, bot flies will. But when the bot fly bites your arm, oh, you fucker, and you kill him, the bot fly larvae will enter your skin and grow there, thanks to the mosquito. Yeah. And it'll form a painful lump, and you'll have a friggin' maggot come out of your arm, okay? So that's bot flies. That's gross. Fleas. Nope, not bass players, even though they can get under your skin pretty damn easy. We're talking about fleas, the jumpy kind, like on Bugs Bunny. Usually a pet problem, right? But they can bite and live briefly on humans. Typically, since we are not as hairy and give them a place to stay, fleas don't hang out on us very long, which is nice because they suck. Certain species, though, like the human flea, can even nest in clothing or bedding. So I'm telling you, this is a nervous itch because we're talking about itchy critters. Damn dirty fleas. Something else that, depending on, this is kind of like whether you call it soda or pop or Coke. Wherever you live, it's called a different thing. But, oh my God, Drew, a hard pass on that, man. I know, yeah. I know exactly what you just do, and then it leaves a big fucking hole because it's all stretched out, and it's... Chiggers, or Chigoa fleas, or jiggers. Whew. Difficult to say as a white man here. I want you to understand we're talking about bugs, tiny fleas. And these are tiny fleas with tropical accents because they come from the tropical areas, man. Yeah, you got the chiggers, man. So these are tropical climate, tiny little fleas. They burrow into the skin, typically on your feet. They can cause swelling, pain, potentially infection, but they're nasty. They stay in place while they're feeding and laying eggs, so they just latch on and suck you dry and pump you full. It's disgusting. Chigoa fleas, jiggers, chiggers, and dirty ass, pain in the ass, chiggers. Freaking. And then, yes, of course, bed bugs. We've touched on bed bugs a little bit. I'm telling you, Laura, I'm feeling a bit gaunt lately. I gotta get some muscle back on my body. And I'll tell you this. This is not anything other than an observation, but one of the long-standing things that I've taken as a compliment from any woman that I've dated or really been friends with is your arms. Oh, those big old arms and the big old hugs, because I do have a big caw wingspan, right? But it just this. I was making the observance over the weekend. I was like, damn, Carrie, like, my arms are like thin. She goes, I know, right? And I was like, you're supposed to bolster my ego, wife. She did not bolster my ego. I got to get my swole on. Also, when you lose weight and you have like arthritis issues, you start noticing where those issues are now because the arthritis isn't covered up by extra fat. So I was like, my elbows are uneven. And I was like, oh, I guess that really is arthritis. So there you go. I'm finding all the lumps now. So that's fun. Drew, I bet. Yeah, chiggers are terrible. Bed bugs, they don't live on people. They feed exclusively on us, though. They love sucking human blood. Yum-a-dum-dum. They live near beds, near furniture, your luggage, right? Warm, cozy, dark places. It's terrible. Their bites can cause allergic reactions. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Insomnia. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Bed bugs are terrible. And you can't spray for them. You can't go, psh, I killed the bed bugs. No. You have to heat them over 120 degrees to kill a bed bug. So that's when you get like the bed bug baker from Elizabeth Note. Lisby Note. She's got you covered at Cape Kill. Get the bed bug baker and put all your shit in there. They crank it up. Matter of fact, when I worked at Element 74, it's been 10 years ago, but she had a tiny little PDF website with us. But she wrote a bed bug. They had the bed bug baker as her invention. She's a brilliant scientist. She wrote a jingle for it. It was bake bed bugs with big heat. Sizzle bed bugs with big heat. It stuck in my head for 10 years. Bed bugs. Fuckers. Here's another one. Demodex mites. It looks like Demodex, but it's D-E-M-O-D-E-X. Demodex mites. These are microscopic mites that live in hair follicles and sebaceous glands, especially on the face. Most people have them and never notice, but high populations of them can lead to skin issues like rosacea. You probably have Demodex mites in your pores right now, crawling around on your face. Enjoy that one. That's number 9 on the list, but pretty innocuous there, kids. You put a dent in the bed bug with a smoke bomb thingy, right? And I think in like the pre-larval stage, the egg stage, you can still nuke them without heating them, but I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist like Lisby. And finally, number 10 on the list, eye gnats. Tiny little flies that are attracted to fluids from the eyes, the nose, the wounds. They don't live on the body, but they can cause infections, eye infections, common in dusty, hot environments. And those of us who play baseball in the summer here in the Midwest know the eye gnats as pecker gnats, as we called them. But yeah, the eye gnats can get up in your shit and just, it's bad news. You see them a lot in those third world famine environments. You'll see a lot of problems with these type of insects too. They like it hot and dry. Some of them, like your SendStars link and it isn't activated. Yeah, I have to look at that shit. I don't know. I was so happy I managed to get the stream running and staying consistently on for an hour that I haven't looked at shit on monetization. Facebook, I don't know if it's just you guys watching and consistently watching, but I do get a trickle of money that comes in off Facebook that I basically justify paying for Restream because Facebook is paying me enough that covers that tiny little nugget of $6 a month or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. But yeah, they live on your face. And with that, We're going to transition to warm and fuzzies and get this ugly, dirty ass bugs off my screen. Put the nice Eskimo lady. I put this one back up because, again, midnight tonight to 9 a.m. tomorrow, freeze warning, southeast Missouri. Get those babies off your porch. Don't you put those plants out yet, you silly monkey. And if you got some coming up, you got some irises sprouting or some tulips coming up or something, you might want to bag them bad boys. I like the way you work it. You want to bag it up. Warm and fuzzy time. The pecker gnats, we called them that because they were always the ones buzzing around the pecker of the dog when he was laying and you're out playing in the summer, right? You're riding bikes and there's Danny's dog and there's bzzz. But when you're down in Advance and you're playing baseball down in there in the sandy soils of the Boot Heel, oh, the gnats are everywhere. And then we started getting the buffalo gnats, and them fuckers grow by the rivers, and they come a whole different level. They come in, buffalo gnats show up, other gnats are like, hey, I'm just hanging out. And buffalo gnats are like, get out of my way, bitch. And they just bite. They're terrible. Warm and fuzzy. This one comes to us from the Philadelphia Zoo, where a 100-year-old gave birth. What? Yeah, right there in the middle of the zoo. In the tortoise enclosure. Yes. The mama tortoise had 4 babies. Her partner is also 100. Centenarians having babies. Get up, go get it. Zoo staff are thrilled with the successful hatching and are closely monitoring the baby's health and development. Happy birthday, baby turtles. Baby tortoise. Is it tortoise or tortoises? I think it's tortoises. Sorry, Alicia. Snow Mexicans. No, that was David Tell's comment. Inuit. I almost read Intuit when I saw that. You know, what are they, like a financial company or something? It threw me off for a second. Yeah, and you know what's terrible about that whole thing, Alicia, is when I found this image, the stock image was labeled Eskimo. And I was like, really? I didn't think they did that anymore. I do know this, in Pierce County, Washington, a 7-year-old boy recently donated his birthday money to the Humane Society instead of buying a Nintendo Switch. He got enough money to buy a Switch for his birthday. He wanted a Switch, not one off the tree. He wanted one to go did. But Sawyer is a dog lover. He met this shelter dog that had the same name as him. Oh, yeah, this is Sawyer, too. Oh, that's so cool. His donation is going to cover the adoption fees for someone to come in and adopt Sawyer, the dog, not the boy. It's awesome. It's a great act of kindness from a 7-year-old boy. I love that. Good doing, kid. And our final warm and fuzzy, we're going to go down to Tampa, Florida, to balance the Florida karma just a little bit, where a woman recently saved her dog from an alligator attack. Yeah, boy. Dangerous down there in Florida. Tortellini. That's the proper plural. Where the hell did it go? There it is. Lost my place. Kim Spencer bravely rescued her dog, Kona, from the gator's jaw. The gator had Kona's head in its mouth before Kim intervened. Kim and Kona both needed stitches, but they are now recovering. The gator snatched her dog by the mouth, and you know this woman just straight Hercules the shit out of that gator's mouth to get her dog's head out. Right? You do what you got to do. Herculean strength. That's one of those like you read in Ripley's Believe It or Not in the 80s about some dude that lifted a car because his son was trapped or something, you know? I believe in that. I believe your body has superhuman abilities. They called it Inhumans on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Happy International, no housework day, for one. Don't clean today. Don't bother. Don't even hassle with it. It's just no need. Nobody needs to clean. It's National Coffee Cake Day and National Beer Day, and may you celebrate in the best way possible by having a dandy of a Monday. I'm going to have a good day. I got a meeting coming up here at 11 today. I got some other things to knock out. And sunshine, more importantly. As you guys go around your day to day, be careful, please. If you are interested in learning more about how you can help with relief efforts here in our local community, for those affected by the tornadoes and the storms that came through last week and the flooding, you can go to unitedwayofsemo.org, click the Donate Here button, and you can donate to the Storm Recovery Fund there directly, or you can donate to American Red Cross. You can find ways to help out here locally. I'm sure folks can use your help, but do it the right way. Make sure it goes through an organization that's going to take care of business. Have a happy Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you guys Wednesday morning. We'll kick off a midweek fun and frolic and keep on trucking down the road. Be nice humans. Eat healthy. Drink more water today than you did yesterday, okay? And I'll see you on Wednesday. In the immortal words of Mickey Sharp, peace, I'm out of here.